All right, Matt, let's start talking Raptors ball. Why don't you give me that Raptors sting?
We the North. I'm a fun guy.
Okay, is there another soundbite? Matt's giving me this stare like I got something else for you.
Well, I have your favorite one, but I'm going to save it for next week.
Is it paging Bobby Webster?
Yeah.
It's not my favorite.
Don't overdo it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thanks, dude. Alex, let's start with you. I don't know, if you've been able to read everything, see everything, but today is a Raptor takeover at ESPN. All the big media's here. This Philly game tonight, which we won't be talking about too much in the pod because the pod's coming out after the game is done. Is gonna be. I don't want to say like a referendum on our like relevancy, but this is the big moment for everything Raptors. Here's how I'm gonna phrase it. Is this everything you ever wanted? Is this like a cheap little like hello?
Cheap little hello.
It's
too little, too fucking late. Sorry if I'm not supposed to swear.
Swear, man.
Everyone got so excited about this, and it drove me crazy. I wanted us to win so hard last year.
Yeah.
Because we were boring to watch, too. Sorry. That's how I felt about the offense.
I loved it, but carry on.
Yeah. I thought, and I wanted us to win as a small market team that no one cared about, that just ruined it for the league, spoiled this Cleveland Golden State matchup, and then I didn't even want us to be Golden State straight up. I wanted like Steph and Kevin to run into each other and land on Clay, and then we win the series that way. And then also Draymond kicked his mom in the face and got kicked out or whatever he's gonna do. That's how much I hated. Remember when that?
So you wanted the Raptors to like smote the NBA?
Yes,
not have the NBA like be behind them.
Exactly, and that's why Kawhi was the perfect person to come and help us smote the NBA. The superstar who didn't give people what he wanted, that signed with New Balance, and then signs like this. I never like when we're on TNT. I want the only time we're on TNT to be in the conference finals when we sweep and just destroy the league. Don't give a single fucking answer to any American reporter. Sorry.
No.
It was. Remember when that poll came out and Toronto wasn't on the list? Was that on purpose?
Okay, I remember all the slights. Yes. And let's just say, I'm going to tell you, bottle this energy because me and you are going down to BioSteel after this, and we're punching everyone from ESPN in the heart. See, I'm one of those like, what's the word? Pathetic fans. So I'm like you. I remember all the slights. I'm super angry. But guess what? I love the adulation. And even if it's like fake and late, I still love people talking about Lowry. I love, a profile on Nurse. I love like this article about Masai's vision and just like, everyone being late on the, so late on the Siakam bandwagon that like, Zach Lowe has like closed off Siakam Island. Like as Raptors fans, like, we all get a place on Siakam Island. We live there. We help build it and we help nourish it for Pascal. That's a pretty weird way to describe all that, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about.
I have enjoyed seeing Raptors at the high up on the list on Pardon the Interruption and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it is, but it shouldn't be trippy to see. And that's what gets me angry again is when I'm like, wow, they're actually covering us. Wait a second.
Yeah, I know. Stockholm Syndrome, baby.
Maybe we could have had it sooner. Maybe last year we're a 59-win team, but it was too early to say. But last year, I believe Philadelphia had it just because the reassurance of the team that's building, and we just they knew Embiid's going to be a great player. They got Ben Simmons, so they had it last year. Now we got it this year. Tonight is a big game against Philadelphia, and we'll see who's a better team in the East.
Yeah, is that like? I mean, this wasn't one of the questions I was going to go through, but. Is that what you're feeling right now? That it's a Philly Toronto thing? You're not like are you like lower on the Bucks?
I mean, no, actually.
I'm so high on the Bucks. That's
absolutely, me too. The Bucks team is the only team I'm really worried about in the East. I'm not worried about Philly. I'm not worried about Boston. But just looking at the team advanced stats earlier, I can tell the Bucks are kind of neck to neck with us in standing positions and multiple standing positions. And they're the one team I'm really fair about. Also, we played them 2 years ago in the playoffs. They're going to be hungry if we face again in the playoffs, to have a rematch and beat us.
Bucks are going to be a nightmare, and so are we though. But
we're going to be a nightmare. I think that losing the game when both stars was out was huge because I think the reason that I had so much confidence even with the Bucks before was like, yeah, but our team is so much better than theirs.
It's funny
And
you
then
say
it's
that
like,
because my takeaway is that their system's a bit better than ours.
I mean, now
And I was kind of like, oh, so we got a mic arm drop.
I got it.
But Alex has got this shit. He's a pro. He's actually holding like a stand-up mic now. This is actually awesome. We'll get a picture of this, right?
Yeah,
now?
that's great. Absolutely.
Bobby, let's start with you on this
Like
one.
Freddie
because-
Mercury over here.
Oh, I got that is a much better. You're right. Now I'm standing. Why did you do it? I just ruined all of the audio. I will be
No,
in my power pose the rest of the show.
it's coming across pretty good. Yeah, Bobby, I'm gonna go with you on
I just shaved my mustache today too. What was
shit.
I thinking? All right.
We're jumping to Kyle here. So I don't want to overblow this, but I feel like people are kind of like prone to two takes. One is that no matter what Kyle does, Kyle's just being Kyle, which I'm like, okay, certain truth to that. And then there's the hyper vigilant, people trying to read into every little negative comment. And so he was interviewed by Rachel Nichols. He didn't really have a lot of love for Masai, but also, he did the classic Kyle thing, Kyle being Kyle, and emphasized he's going to be professional. And he has been professional. He's having
Absolutely.
a career year. I don't think you can say that any of his negativity or, curtness or whatever is really translating on the court. He's a really supportive teammate. Everything seems to be going pretty well. He's sharing the ball. Things are looking good.
He's having one of his great season ever in his career, and I think 32, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So
Kyle,
where are you on this? Is this a problem's a bit much, but I think it's not nothing, right?
exactly. I don't see it's problematic, and when people go online or social media or just make comments how he's got this attitude and he doesn't answer much. He does. He's just doing his job. Like, you ask him a question, he just gave an answer. He shows up, getting an answer. But Kyle is just a person I could tell that he rather have his actions speaks more on a basketball court rather than just by words or interview. I also believe maybe Kyle has he has a little anxiety being interviewed. Just kind of gets a little shyness, whatever. But just not really a good speaker.
I can see that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and if you we expect all these players to be like so media trained, and it's
Exactly.
like that's kind of a weird expectation.
He's from North Philly.
Yeah,
right.
But okay, let me
When athletes get honest, they get shit on.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
they're shit on all the time for not being revealing enough. Oh, he just went on autopilot and said what you're supposed to say to the reporters. But then when they get honest, it's like, oh, is Kyle doing what's best for the team? You can't win with these parasites.
It's true. Let me rephrase it this way, though. And I'll ask you this, Alex. Do you think Lowry is selling Kawhi on why he should be a Raptor full time after this year?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like, no,
here's
I'm
the
just
thing,
thinking,
okay? Is that's just for the 4 people in the room.
It's good. He's doing jazzy stance. It's very good.
Here's the thing. I don't think Kawhi is the type of guy who needs that. Do you know what I mean? If we're going to try and dive into these guys' psyches, which no one should really do with speaking in any sort of intelligence, you know what I mean? Everyone acts like they're, I know what it's like in that goddamn room. Apparently there's been reports of Kyle going up to like everyone and saying like, mystified by 2, just saying like, oh my God, he's amazing. Like
Right.
he has said, he's like, I've never been around this before.
So
Like,
maybe
he's saying
so
stuff like
he
that.
is doing that.
So he clearly respects him as a guy. I think Kawhi's the kind of dude who's like, what'd he say? I go, okay. I mean, he's killing himself on the court every night for us. So I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he is doing it with his on-court play. And when Kawhi starts looking around, I think that's what he's looking with. Well, who's a point guard I want to be on the court with? I don't think he's looking around to be like, I wonder if this guy misses his best friend because I don't want to play with someone who misses their best friend. I don't think Kawhi's thinking about that at all.
Fair.
I could see. I think it's more as the team is selling Kawhi of possibly staying here. I'm sure he might have came to training camp and he already knew that we were the best team last year in the East. Probably came to our team where we had this winning culture. The team,
Right,
all
so
the
you're-
teammates gets along really well.
You're saying it's kind of bigger than Kyle. In
Of
a way,
course,
too.
definitely. I think it's
so
totally
like
bigger than Kyle.
is Masai's actions
Yes.
gonna bring Kawhi back, and maybe they are, because maybe it's like it was cold, it was calculated.
Of course,
they won. He signed with New Balance, which are we're
for me, if it's Kyle's shoes, I don't see a reason why leaving. I mean, if in June we're in the finals, win or lose, I mean, plus you get extra $40 million to stay here. I mean,
he's staying.
I don't think he's leaving before his contract ends.
Right.
Period. Like,
Okay.
I think that's such a. There's all these insane contracts with Wall and Blake, and like Kyle. Yeah, he's going to be making near 40 on that third year.
Right.
I think sure he'll he's probably thinking he's going to get a contract after that, but that contract he gets after that is not going to equal $40 million. I don't think.
Oh, you mean Kawhi Leonard?
Oh no, sorry, Lowry.
Oh, I'm talking about Kawhi, man. They make an extra $40 million, but for Kyle, I'll definitely keep. I mean, I will retain Kyle. Try to keep him. I'm not too worried about the future. People talking about I might be getting old and all that, but we still have some backup point guards who have been playing with Kyle Lowry for a few years, who probably learn a thing or two from Kyle. You know? And so I'm not worried.
It's funny too, Fred makes some plays sometimes that look exactly
That's what
the
I'm
good
talking about.
and the bad too, because he also plays some really shitty hero ball out of nowhere sometimes.
Right.
Fred has been dribbling the ball too much this year,
Yeah.
which is kind of interesting, because he was really good at not doing that.
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of chemistry issues going on with how Jonas plays.
Right.
He's a lot slower than Pirtle. He doesn't dive as much. And if you look at how Kyle runs pick and rolls with Ibaka and JV, he hits them in the right spot every time. He gets them the ball in their shooting position. They can just flick it right in. And Fred's not doing that. And I think also there's just a little less spacing, a little less chemistry in general with the bench.
He's definitely a little less consistent this season.
Yeah. But I think it's kind of like it's a everyone thing.
Right.
But let's talk New Balance a bit, because we got it. It's a big deal.
Oh yeah.
Alex, we're gonna go to you on this one. Does Kawhi have a New Balance in life? What's his what's the Kawhi temperature take in general? To 20, 25 games in, and I don't mean necessarily like, is he gonna resign? Because we're gonna keep talking about that all year, obviously, but just in general.
So I've been to 3 games this year. I'm really comfortable with it. Seriously. Yeah, I'm sure. I've been to 3 games this year, and he is better than I thought.
Yeah.
It is crazy to go watch him live.
I've seen it. I've seen him 3 times as well. It's absolutely insane.
It is really jaw-dropping. The first game I went to was Charlotte, and Kemba.
Me too, by the way.
Yeah. Kemba really stole the show in the first little bit of the first quarter. I was like, oh my God, man, he looks like he's playing for his livelihood, and his handles are even better than I thought.
He's having a great year.
And then it was just all, I mean, I think he put up like 40 that game, but it was still the Kawhi show to me after midway through the first, because I just kept saying to my buddy Ben that I was with, I was like, every time he is on the floor, it looks like a dad playing basketball in the driveway with his son and his son's friends. And that like the rules are like, well, dad can't score. He can only like pass the ball to us because he's so dominant. It was like nothing I've ever seen in that building before. He's on our team.
He's a legit bona fide superstar in every way except personality, I would say.
Oh yeah, I mean, New Balance.
But that's part of the temperature take. Yeah, but Bobby, what's your take on I
think it's a win-win situation. I mean, I think it's a match made in heaven. I mean, Kawhi is the type of person who is a practical high performer that isn't sexy, but he gets the job done effectively and with efficiency. People also forget too. I mean, I have family in the northeast part of the U.S. There are many people in the hood, like Philadelphia, Baltimore, New York. They all wear New Balance. I own 3 pairs of New Balance shoes.
Yeah, man.
Right. So
nothing wrong with New Balance.
Nothing wrong with New Balance at all. It's good for Kawhi. I mean, it's cool. After his new shoe deal, he's got a New Balance in his bank account.
Oh,
and he didn't have all day to come up with that one. Like you
no,
did.
I know.
Your segue.
I know my segue. Like I read it and I smiled like the biggest smile. It felt good, guys. Yeah, like I think for me, it's just been a mixture of like my jaw being dropped on a regular basis, kind of, obviously I watched him a ton in San Antonio and a ton in the playoffs, but seeing how he interacts with players I know, seeing his chemistry get better every day with Siakam.
Agree.
You talk about Fred starting to model his game, or, like showing flashes of looking like Lowry.
Agree.
I don't necessarily see that much with OG yet and Kawhi, but I think it's something that's coming.
Of course,
We're
yeah.
going to see OG do more stuff like Kawhi.
Of course.
He struggles passing out of the double team. That's something I've noticed that it's not like
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, not a major flaw, and I think that Nurse can fix it. And I also think it's about where we get him the ball.
We're talking about OG with struggling.
No, sorry.
Kawhi.
I'm talking about Kawhi. Yeah,
A lot of that's team chemistry too, right? I mean,
Yes.
when you're getting double teamed, it's not always find the perfect pass because someone's open. A lot of times it's like your teammate knows where to go because he knows where you like to bail
Yes.
out of double teams.
and the chemistry with him and Danny. You're kind of like, my goodness.
Yeah.
How much better can Kawhi get with each and every guy in our team? We've seen him do amazing stuff with Lowry.
Right. My thing with Kawhi though, is I can't say he's not a clutch player, but I think he had 3, maybe 4 opportunities this season so far where he has not came through in the clutch. And I kind of blame that on the coaching system where they're drawing plays. I mean, it was the last few seconds of the game and we needed a shot to win this game. Everybody knows it's going to go to either Kawhi or Larry. I think that they should draw plays where it could go to a 3rd or 4th different guy that's on the court.
We won that game on Orlando with Danny Green.
Danny Green, exactly.
More of that. That was nice.
It's not like we have a Draymond Green who's going to take that last shot, but we have like other like players on the court other than Kawhi or Lowry. We could get the ball to maybe a Danny Green or a Siakam make a move in the mid range. Even get CJ Miles off the bench. It doesn't always have to be your number one super player to make that last shot to win the game because it's going to be like a chance we lose, right? I mean, everybody knows it's going to be double team coverage. I just want to win the game. You just, make a decoy or throw the other team off thinking that the ball's going to Leonard, but no, it's going to somebody else. Make a shot, we win the game. Game over.
You hear that, Nurse? Mix it up, baby.
Yeah, those ISOs in back-to-back situations were frustrating.
Oh my gosh.
After the one, I was at that
Even
game.
with Kawhi being undeniable,
Right.
it is still a bit tough to watch.
Don't run it twice. Not in a row. Not when he bounces the ball off his foot against Detroit.
Yeah.
The very next time you're in that situation, you go Kawhi ISO again,
You're right.
and then he can't even get.
That was so frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, if we're still on the Kawhi temperature take, it's never been this exciting to be a Raptors fan. There's no denying that.
It feels good to wake up today to be a Raptors fan. I agree.
It really does.
It feels nuts to play a Lakers team and like we're gonna roll them.
Oh yeah.
In any generation.
I've just been. I feel like since day one of this season, I've been excited to see Kawhi's growth and chemistry with the team, and yeah, it's been nothing short of like the best possible version of what we all could have hoped for. Drama is kind of fading away as we just continue to win. We're winning in really impressive ways. We have like a stout defense. I think it's number 8 right now.
7.
I saw it today.
Oh, really?
Someday, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna start to iron out too.
Right.
Like where, but I think it's like we're gonna be top 5 offense, top 10 defense.
Sure.
And we have the second best net rating in the NBA.
Right.